Yeah. I'm gonna flip this bad boy. And while we give everyone a second to get their lives together, aka, I need to get my life together. Um, boom. Sometimes there's a delay. It's okay. Uh, boom. Okay. We've got a camera. I'm.
Everyone have their sunscreen on.
I'm so. Y'all, we'll talk about that. Maybe that'll be my push to start. Well, all right. Well, we all get situated. You don't want the skin.
Inside, actually.
What?
Yeah. You can get sunburn and sun exposure by being too close to a window. That's how truckers, people who drive a lot, they have fucking skin cancer from the sun in the windows.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So if you're by a window inside, you need sunscreen.
Yo, we're living in that time.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing?
I'm getting something.
Alright, I just want to go on record saying that I was ready on time today. If you're enjoying a beverage this afternoon, what are you drinking? We're having a lovely Chablis from the Bernard Winery in San Diego. It is delicious. 10/10 recommend. Thank you so much for being here today.
So worried about I'm getting the sunscreen.
Oh, she's getting the sunscreen.
Okay, for real this time. Okay, great. We're all here. We've got Twizzler in the background. Yo, we always have puppers. Okay, I can sit down, take a second. Y'all, happy Sunday. We're your buttons, babes, and we are here with a live episode. And let me get situated. Oh, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna take my time. You know what I didn't think about? Hold please. Being able to look at comments as we are.
I have to.
Okay. You know, you're like, I got it. Yes. I love
Okay,
it.
so this week, my push to start is.
Wait. Okay, this is our first, this is our first day. Is that what I'm trying to say? Anyway, welcome. Yes, we're gonna dive into our push to start. If you are joining us for the first time, we pick something that
Has pushed our buttons for the week, and either in a good way, bad way, and we talk about it as we do everything.
Yes. So, okay. Before I rudely interrupted, Mama, your push to start.
This week, my push to start was having a conversation with my partner. We were joking about one thing and got into specific details about some intimate people, and it was just a nice, in relation to other people that I have known who cannot handle the past. It was really, I always enjoy having these conversations with my partner because he learns things, I learn things, so it was just nice that we could talk about people that I've been with before.
Oh, I was like confused for a second. I was like, what? Okay, so talking about.
I had something in my head and then the thought disappeared, so I had to kind of improvise. But yeah, being able to talk about your past sexual history with someone and them not getting upset about it is.
And you were like, yo, I fuck with this.
It was just nice after.
No, I understand that. I have been in a situation where it's like, there were others before you, and sometimes my mind wanders.
It's really nice when someone gets that you were a person before them and that they don't take it personally. That's all. That's all.
That part.
So it's more relatable for us personally, probably than many.
No, I think that's relatable to a lot of people. Y'all let us know. Drop it in the comments in terms of. I would agree. It is really nice to be able to have uncomfortable conversations about past things with your current person so that they know, like, whether it's something that activates you or like, yo, I don't, because of X, Y, and Z, I don't want to go in this direction of A, B, and C type of thing.
Yeah.
So that, no, anyway, like, is it? It is. Here goes where, I don't, oh, it is Phil. I tilt the camera down if you can. I appreciate that. No, I'm going to do that really quick. Good looks, good looks, good looks. And if I can't, then, I mean, it's going to be what it is. Guys, bear with us. This is not, oh, wait. Oh, my God. Okay, even from afar, yes, even from afar, fucking Phil Flock coming through. So clutch. We appreciate you. Okay, that is much better. I didn't even think about that. Anywho.
All right. Your push to start.
My push to start, y'all, as you know, it was my birthday this past weekend.
If you didn't know, now you do. It was a big deal.
It was such a big deal. And we went, I did all of the things. Alyssa, Jill, and myself, we went to Vegas and went to the Lovers and Friends Festival. I'm not even gonna lie, like, low key, before, there was a piece of me that did not want to go. Like, I don't know what it was.
I mean, being around people, like, that was my main, like, fuck, we're doing this.
Yes, leaving Los Angeles and, like, taking time gives me really big anxiety. And I'm like, no, I'm too busy, I can't afford it, this, like, I just, like, no. And I had to let go. Because there were a couple times I was like, yo, mama, if we can't make it happen, it's not the end of the world. And like my passive aggressive ass, like, just be like, hey, if we, but I am, and I knew, and I just had to let that go and breathe into allowing us to go. I know that makes sense because I was like, I know we're gonna have fun regardless, is what I'm trying to say. We're gonna have a great time, we're gonna dance, we're gonna drink, maybe do some drugs, and it was fucking incredible. I made a little thing on my IG if y'all want to check it out, and I had more fun than I anticipated.
Oh, a
like,
billion%.
And it was so chill, left early, nothing crazy happened. We just had a good girl time. Not good girl. Well, we were good. Whatever.
We were very good girls.
We were
yes,
good girls.
But also it was
like,
a good
bitch.
time of girls. Like,
I was, not that I wouldn't put it, I was gonna say I'm glad I didn't sleep with a stranger, like, but not, like, I don't know, well, we won't get to that. Maybe in another episode, that is something that I do want to talk about my birthday that blew my motherfucking mind.
We all wanted to make out with a stranger.
Yes.
That was a goal.
That was a goal. I was like, yo, I kind of want to make out with someone. It didn't happen at the festival.
It was very sad.
Yes, but it was okay. Okay, leading me to, y'all, yes, I'm gonna go through my whole motherfucking birthday with y'all because it was a big push to start. Oh, thank you! I can't, okay, I'm at the okay, awesome, great. So, we're gonna hope for this motherfucking plane, because this is important. This was a really great, yes, all of my buttons were pushed over my birthday weekend in the best way. So, then the next day was my actual birthday. We went to brunch, met this amazing wait staff at, oh my god, what was the restaurant? Makers and Finders in
Fremont
Street, Fremont Street?
No, in like
downtown
Fremont.
Yes, thank you. Their customer service was impeccable. Someone else had a birthday.
We had a bit of a wait at first.
It was
plan brunch if you're going to Vegas. Make reservations ahead of time. There were some places that did.
Oh, we weren't prepared.
Yes. After a timely wait, then like, oh, sit at the bar, and that's when the magic began.
Yes. Someone else who had a birthday, they were in from Hawaii, bought me a birthday drink. It was incredible. I'm pretty sure they were swingers, and I just wasn't picking up on we like to share things, and it just went right over my head. maybe to thank him for his service. He was in the army.
Oh my God, F all.
I know. His wife was really nice, and like that, like hot mom, like nice way. Not like super attractive, but nice. Where I was like, yo, I bet you guys are fucking freaks. Like to me, yeah, I probably would have because they're probably into some nasty shit. Like, anyway, so got a birthday drink.
They were like a 6.
Yeah, no, I agree
6.
with that. Totally agree. It was fantastic. Got a birthday drink from them. And then this beautiful human of a bartender, her name was Monet.
Let's not get too
Oh,
out
sorry.
there with people's
Sorry.
names
Sorry.
as we're mentioning.
My bad. I can't even bleep that out. Anyway.
So this bartender was really great.
Super great. And they were like, can I make you a birthday drink? Absolutely. What do you want? I said, you know what? You make me what you are passionate about, what you like to make. I've been drinking gin all day. I had a Bloody Mary, but I love bourbon. And so she's like, oh my God, can I make you a smoking old fashioned? Bitch. I was like, yes, you can. And so she's doing all of these things with this contraption, and there's smoke, and it's sitting. And
It was like science class was happening. It was really cool to watch as like things were like happening. It was like, ooh, brujeria. We don't know. Maybe.
Are you actually putting a curse on me? Is this a love potion? Maybe. Maybe. Because that shit was delicious, and I took a sip of that drink. I looked at her. I was like, yo. Call me crazy, and I hope I'm not making you uncomfortable, but for my birthday, like, can I kiss you? You are an amazing...
It was a great move to watch.
I wish I could have. It's fine. Yes, I mean, that would be so weird if that was recorded. Anyway, I digress. And just the look on their face was so priceless. She's like, yeah. I was like, yes! So, we're going about, eating our brunch, hanging out, blah, 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 blah. Time passes. Bartender's girlfriend comes in and sits down next to us. I was like, oh, what drama did I just get myself into? Like,
it didn't give drama vibes though. Like when she walked up and over, like it did not give like the kind of energy that you might think from this, because you can kind of pick up someone's
very true.
If they are like in
yes,
you know, oh, that's you. I feel like we would have picked that up, and it was very neutral.
It was,
because I was like, oh, like cool, whatever. It didn't really occur to me to be worried.
It was interesting. I was like, oh, I'm that bitch. I was like, ah, fuck. And so I was like, okay, you know what? It was like, cool. Everything is fine. Introduce yourself. This, that, and the third. You don't know. And so they have a tradition. She makes her a drink on Sundays while she's working. She sat down. She had a cocktail. We had a great conversation. Girlfriend leaves. Bartender was like, so just so you know, like I had to let my girlfriend know that someone asked to kiss me, and I told her, I was like, this really pretty girl asked if she could kiss me, and she agreed. She goes, you are extremely pretty, and I am okay with this. And I was like, it's the fucking honesty for me.
I mean, that's a healthy relationship, is being able to say that, not necessarily like, I mean, totally your choice if you're going to keep it to yourself and just not say anything, and also not act on it. But like,
when I tell you, I was like, oh my God, that just put the cherry on top of the fact that it's my birthday. I'm gonna kiss you. You told your girlfriend.
You made a really great drink.
You made a great drink.
It's got to be there somewhere.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It was a great drink. I had 2 more after that. And like your girlfriend approved. Like it's all out in the open, and everybody is okay. And if someone wasn't okay, then that's okay too, and shit wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it would have been different. But it was just chef's kiss.
Chef's motherfucking kiss. It was honestly, yes. At watching all that happen, it was so nice, because I was like, this is easy.
It hit me.
It's easy with both, you know, all parties involved, like doing whatever. But also it was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just watching an episode of television at this moment, because like I don't know if I would have had the balls had I been you. I don't know if I would have been able to like make that move. I think I don't know if I'm not slick like that. Like that's
Thank you. I'll take it.
like yes.
There was something in me that I was like, no, I'm not like in that moment. Yes, I had. Oh, we got a lot to.
This is a 6 for couple. What is minimum requirement?
What's the minimum requirement? That's a real good ass question.
Yeah, the sirens.
Wow,
sorry.
We're gonna have to come back to that, and that'll be another push replay down the line. But
I was just being judgmental.
I mean, no, you were being honest. They were. That's okay.
They were not an attractive couple that, not kind of couple that I look at and I'm like, yeah, that would be
get
fun.
it. Yeah. To me, it just looked like it would be fun because it looks like they have because they know that they're sixes. They are aware where they fall on the line.
Individually, they're all very lovely.
Yes, but it looks like they know some shit about like how to make things feel good and like just there's always those ones who like they know what they're doing.
It's true.
Because they have to compensate somewhere. And anyway, wow. So yes, all of the tangents. It was great.
Honestly, the next time I feel like when we do a drinking game, we should someone call a tangent and everyone has to drink when we go on a tangent.
Oh. I like that. That's fucking fantastic. We're gonna hold hands But yeah, it was the honesty for me. Because I've been in situations where being honest has fucking blown up in my face, or her emptying the honesty of like, hey, this might happen. And it's like, okay, nope. Well, anyway, it got to happen and it was fantastic. And then the last part of my push to start, I swear y'all, I went to San Diego to see other Alyssa. Yes, there are 3 Alyssas. We have Alyssa Brayboy, Alyssa Vasquez, and then we have Alyssa Hansen, one of my dear, dear friends. And so we went to San Diego, we drank a bunch of wine. Impulse bought a case of wine from the Bernardo winery. This is an amazing glass.
Bernardo. I said Bernard at the beginning. I was confused. I don't have my
Bernardo?
glasses on.
Anyway, like
Bernardo.
it was fucking beautiful. The different shops, the scenery, and this was, and I don't even drink white wine like this, or drink white wine.
Because she almost got a Chardonnay, guys, and I was like, we aren't that white.
No. I asked because I knew we weren't that white. I was helping Alyssa. Other Alyssa also does not drink Chardonnay, but her husband does. And I tasted the Chardonnay that she picked, and I was like, it's okay. Like, we could maybe fuck with it. Like, I might get one if Alyssa's into it, because there's no way I'm drinking this by myself. And the moment you said it, I was like, that's why I use my bitch. You were absolutely right.
I'm just a step above that white.
Yes. And so, Impulse bought a whole ass case of wine and had to pack 9 of those bottles into Alyssa's checked luggage. Mind you, she's got that like that regular put above the fucking plane.
Like a carry-on.
Yeah, like a carry-on. She's got a carry-on.
Did you guys take a picture of what it looked like? Because I am imagining the game of Tetris that went into packing that suitcase.
It was. I should have had Alyssa take, and they all made it. It was fantastic. I wrapped it in her clothes, and then put a layer of clothes, and then...
Lisa's comment, okay, kissing strangers is herpes risky. I need clean paper for kisses. I mean, you know what? Be smarter, because yes, it is good to be smart about what you're getting.
I mean, but if I don't see it,
I've always had cold sores, so I'm like, yeah, I would be the
has some type of herpes. Like, it is a no, like, anyway, I feel you, I understand, but...
It was more of like a statement than a like actual plan.
Yes.
It's kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you're like, I'm gonna buy everything. I don't, but I almost do, but I don't. You know?
I also wasn't sure if it was gonna happen. I was shooting my shot, y'all. Like, and...
It was an excellent shot.
And it went in.
It went the fucking...
3 points. Anyway, so...
San Diego.
Yes. Packed all the wine bottles. Like, she had to make a new carry-on.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, wait, what did she do with her stuff that was in the carry-on? Did she wear, like,
Yep.
layers.
Not layers, but like
less.
wore some things, how to carry on, like shoved things in, like it was a whole thing, and she was terrified that they weren't gonna make it, like something's gonna break.
Yeah,
smash.
I would be.
We got wine bottles on top of wine bottles and shit. She took a picture. She's like, "You're the fucking best." They all made it because I packed the suitcase. She was like, "I can't." She's like, "I was like,
You are an excellent packer, though.
thanks."
Yeah.
So that, yo, needless to say, when I got back, a bitch
Alyssa's
was
birthday was
tired.
a week long.
It was a week long.
Thursday to Wednesday? Thursday to
Thursday. Thursday to Thursday.
Wednesday to Thursday.
Yo. And then I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like that was it. That was it. Next year we're fucking going to a spa, we're going on vacation, we're doing nothing.
Beach.
Yes.
The beach somewhere, yes.
I wanna get so fucking tan and I just wanna drink, be by the pool, the ocean, get a massage, watch a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so that was my big ass push to start. Thank you for hanging in there with me because it was my birthday. It was a big button. It was a big deal. Which we're gonna take a really sharp turn into this button of the week, which I'm gonna let Alyssa take it away because yes,
because I picked it.
yes,
Okay.
that part.
So this week, the button that I am more generally talking about is showing male molestation on TV and like how we as a society, as viewers, can kind of learn from that.
But
because
also,
it doesn't happen, and like how to like address that IRL.
wait, what doesn't happen? Seeing molestation on television?
Yes, or at least
Oh,
in
got it.
my experience, this was the first time that I had seen it, other than like an SVU episode. So the show that I'm talking about is called Bust Down. It's on Peacock. So watch it. I mean, I know
Is what
NBC. So I know it's yet another streaming platform, but like, I don't know, worth it to me, I guess, for purposes of research.
They have a free
basically-
trial, right?
Oh yeah, they have a free week. Email address, hello Gmail. So essentially, this first episode of their season, mind you, which was like wild to me, but also that's why I want to fucking talk about this, is a adult male character gets groped by his boss in the workplace. Other characters, see and express their views about it. One is like, keep your fucking mouth shut. One is a woman and, well, yeah, this happens to me, this is how I deal with it, and this is why we can't, this is why, like, it's not worth taking to HR because nothing will happen. Then there's one other male voice who's advocating for you need to speak out, you have to do something to, like, socially good justice, whatever, for in all of us. So it was just really interesting to me because this is also like a 26-minute show. So it's like,
we live in Los Angeles. The planes. Which gives us a moment to look at comments.
right, okay, so this is up to
Yo, you going in, homie.
we will address that after the general button for sure, because we have thoughts. But so it was cool to me to see this very real thing that happens more than we're aware because we treat it like it's not a big deal.
Right.
And they introduced a couple other side characters with other stories that were similar to kind of obviously unite, like this is not a one-off thing, this happens to people in different ways, and there's numbers that we don't know, that we don't talk about, and it was just the whole, I don't want to like give the episode away, but
Like,
people come forward and this has happened to me too, this person has also done this to me, and it was just a really great way to kind of see each avenue that we, like, the three main, like, say something, keep your mouth shut, whatever, you should be happy with that, or, whatever, and then the, like, yeah, it's happened to me, but, like, whatever, nothing happens, the, like, jaded person, gratefully so, but it was just, like, he would kind of take each of their views and, like, agree and go down their each separate way for a little bit, and then we saw, like, the dead ends, had happened for each of them, and then when the person who was groped, finally like made his decision, if you will, of like what he was gonna do, then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna say something, kind of, and his friend kind of took that thunder from him, which does happen, but it was kind of like he needed that to like see the final point. Cat like reflexes, everyone.
It's that yoga. Anyway.
And then, yeah, they talked about it. People came forward. The guy ran away, so I'm hoping the next episode they catch him. But it was nice to see, like, how as an adult male, you know how people are going to act. Like, why didn't you do something to him? Because you are physically capable of beating up someone.
Right.
But, like, the same avenue that happens to most victims is, like, you freeze.
It's flight, or freeze. And I know this episode we're specifically talking about male sexual harassment, groping, molestation, all of that. But I feel, yes, it's different for women, but I feel like as humans, it's the same reaction as well in terms of which avenue, like the avenues are the same. What am I going to do?
Yes, that was to me the most relatable. Was like, yes, these are the three, like, you say something, you don't say something, tried, been there, done that, and it didn't work, so why bother?
Right.
And so
I think it is, and it makes me uncomfortable, not uncomfortable to say, it irritates me to say this, but I need to. I find that it is probably more difficult for men to
absolutely
to talk about it, to say something. Like if you've been sexually assaulted as a man, like you kind of get either laughed at or, oh, you wanted it was fine, actually no you didn't, like it isn't taken as seriously.
And I mean 100%.
Okay, yes.
So that's why to me, like, I don't know of much in terms of entertainment, either a show, character movie, anything that talks about this, like this, because it had characters like, why didn't you beat him up? Well, obviously, like,
right.
Like that's an afterthought. That's an afterthought for a woman to, like, why didn't you react?
Right.
That's the thing, is like, what was your reaction? Why didn't you react? That's so, if regardless of size, as a man,
you're in a vulnerable position.
The question would be, why didn't you do something? You could be a small, like, you could be any size of a man, but it's simple, I think, going back to just the gender of, like, you're a man, So, like, yeah, of course, if I was a dude and that was what people said to me, I'd be like, okay, well, nobody trained me how to
deal with
know
that.
What to
like
do.
Someone in the office, or not even just office, in any type of scenario, like smacks your ass. Like I can't imagine. I mean, yes, I can, because it is. Let me back up. That's not true. I mean,
you cannot put yourself in, or you can understand how a man might feel like he can't say something about it.
Yes, like how do you say something about it? I know it seems simple. You open your fucking mouth and you say something, but it's
not that simple.
That part. And I think as creatives, in terms of putting that content and this conversation out there, it is scary. And I know, especially the climate that we're in, trying to educate or create things that are extremely uncomfortable that you are going to get backlash on. Because as a woman, I'm sitting here and I have heard the men can defend for themselves. We don't need to advocate for them. Or like if this is an issue that they're having, like they need to push that conversation forward. And I agree and disagree, because we're all fucking human. These things should not be happening. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a man or a woman, or other. Yes, thank you very much. Yes. Any human being that doesn't consent for you to touch them, and you think that you can, that's an issue. And so I get that there are different dynamics for men, for women, for transgender, for non-binary. I get there are different ways in which everyone is going to handle that, and it's a different experience. And to see it on television helps with it, but it's also like the people that are creating it, I bet you it's really scary. You're like, okay, you have to prepare for what's going at you, because it will. Like, everyone is gonna try and knock you down, talk shit, say something, and creating is motherfucking scary, because that part.
And that's why, like, I am sure, for like, as excited as I was to watch it, I know that sounds weird, excited about someone talking about this conversation, obviously not excited about the actuality that's happening in the story, but like, I can, yes, for as jazzed as I am, I'm sure there's people who are like, what is this, like, what incarnation, like, that
He's
kind of shit,
like,
and another character addressed the other issue that we often see of, like, an adult woman doing something sexual to a young boy, and how most of his life, up until his friend got groped by their boss, he was always like, yeah, lucky me, cool me, whatever, you know, that, like, I should be thankful. And then everyone that he told this group of friends, and they were obviously like, bro, you're a victim. He's like, no, I'm not trying to be a victim. And he went through the office telling everyone who would hear this to, like, champion his, like, you're a man, okay, go, bro. And everyone was like,
older women want
no,
me.
dude,
no,
like,
baby.
this is not okay. And so his realization of, like, the stages of realizing you're a victim, which I don't think we see, because I'm sure most of us can think of someone or have had the experience of not realizing that you were the victim of something like that until later. The grooming, that a lot of people, I don't think, realize they were groomed until later, and that's a terrible fucking thing to realize.
Because it's your normal. And it takes someone outside of your normal to hear something and then phrase it in a way or bring it to your attention and be like,
that's not
no. Like,
friend.
I have had the many of people be like, I express something to them. They're like, that's abuse, that's assault, that's harassment. And I'm like, what?
You're like,
what?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Like, but because
how would you know? Because it's what was normal to you, and no one else stepped in to be like, that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and it goes for so many things, and I feel a tangent coming.
And time out, because I bet it's a good tangent, and there's a play.
So we don't look at these comments real quick, and I don't have a second tangent. Okay. Oh my God! With all of the great comments,
I know, right? Just come forward.
We're gonna get to the keeping of the sex tapes. We're gonna get to. Okay, yes, never snitching. Wait. I never snitched to the authorities, but I might try to record it for extortion purposes. I mean, if you get it on tape, a victim is in the eye of the beholder. ? Yes, that's gonna be the first thing that we come back to. Please remind me. In terms, okay. So the small tangent that I was going on in terms of not knowing you are in some type of you're not knowing that you are a victim because it's your normal, but it also it applies to so many things, whether it's I was gonna say physical abuse, not so much, but because that's something that I thought it will be I thought was obvious, like that is not okay, but I have met people who, because of what they've grown up in, or they think it's their fault, they think that it is okay to be physically abused. Like, they're like, no, I deserved it. Like, I did this, so it warranted that person's behavior. And I can't relate to that. Yes, thankfully, I can relate to emotional and verbal abuse. Like, that is something that is just, like, it took someone else being like, the fuck did they say? And it escalating to a point where I'm like, oh fuck, how did I get here? How did it get this bad? It builds over time. It's like micro aggressions. Like, you allow a little bit of these things to happen, even in sexual harassment, because you will like when something traumatic happens to you, you freeze, you fight, or you flee. And so any of those situations, whether it's physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual harassment, anything that your brain is like, I don't know how to handle this, those are the three ways that you go. And so it's interesting to see it depicted on television, and I love, and I'm gonna have to go watch it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we definitely have to watch this again.
But to watch the different ways in which people handle and come to the conclusion of what they're going to do, because everyone's experience is different, which then leads to victim being in the eye of the beholder question mark.
Because sometimes until you know that you're a victim, you don't see yourself as a victim.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that you're not a victim.
Right.
I thought this was a good idea.
That one time.
Did that watch that question mark? Anyway, everybody's going somewhere on Sunday. But even if you don't know you're a victim, you're still a victim of
I mean,
a type of...
on the scale of like on paper in the time of a victimization, yes, you are, but you don't. In the, how I'm interpreting it is in the eye of the beholder. Let me just say these words. That like you're fine, and you can point out other victims of things that you see are, but like because of your normal, you don't know that. And also, I think there's something that I don't want to say look down on, but there's always sympathy for something, for a victim of anything, a symptom of abuse. I'm always like, whatever. About that. People who are, just, we feel sympathy, and
Yes.
there's some type of other feeling that I guess I can't describe right now, of like when you see someone and you recognize that and like, oh, poor them, but like also bestowing that, oh, poor me, is not the like,
It's not the norm question
no,
mark?
but like it doesn't
register?
well, it doesn't, but like it's not like, who loves feeling like a victim? I don't. I certainly do not. You know what I mean? I think it's more pride, ego, I believe. And so like when someone tells you that what your happy normal is actually not is not the like, it's not a feeling, right?
Light bulb, because no one wants to feel like a fucking victim, and it's like, no, this is just a hard time that we're having if you're in a relationship, or no, it's fine, we're gonna work through it. Like,
Could be me.
Yeah, this isn't happening to me, because you don't want it to be happening to you, so you make excuses for the behavior, because there's no way I'm in a situation where I'm being fucking abused. Absolutely not.
And so that's where like kind of the eye of the beholder, like, yes, you may be one and everyone sees that, but like you don't see it yet. So I think that's where like, yes, kind of being a victim is like parallel into the eye of the beholder, because you might not
Whoever's
see
looking at it, yes, you don't see yourself as a victim, and until you do.
Yeah.
Until
And then
you
it's like,
do.
and then you have to kind of start from like, okay, yeah, how do I address this now, or how do I continue on? And I think that's a tricky part that I definitely don't see, or like have good examples of like, this is how you healthily do you don't recover, like that's the other thing, is like you heal, but that's not the same as recovery for something that like isn't necessarily wrong, because you
Back it
can't
up, I'm
fix
lost.
that. You can heal like the mental and parts of physical, pending what it is, but like,
Oh, yes,
you cannot like, it's not going away. It's not like you recovered from
Yeah,
being assaulted.
No, you're right. It is always with you, and that takes me into like you didn't watch this movie. She didn't want to watch this movie. Fresh, the one where he was hacking apart the women and take their meat.
Yeah.
Like was a commentary on sexual assault and sexual abuse. Like, it stays with you. Like, something has been taken from you, you can definitely heal from it. So I understand now, but you don't recover because You're not getting your fucking leg back.
Right,
Your leg
like,
is gone.
You're not getting whatever was
taken from you.
Yeah.
And so you learn how to live with it. It doesn't become who you are, but it is a part of you. And what you decide to do with that pain, that is like what you decide to do with it, it is what I don't want to. Is it what makes you or like
what helps?
It is a part. Then
Yeah.
becomes a part of you. What
Yeah.
you do with it then becomes a part of you, and how you handled what. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole ass. We got lots of buttons up in here.
Yeah, this this button tangents greatly.
But
10-10, so watch the show.
As we both shrink and get really uncomfortable with
I am not being sponsored, or this is not sponsored by Peacock. I just think it's a really great episode of television for people to watch who are interested in the topics that we are often talking about. Because, like, I don't know, I think I would love to see more shows or movies that have this kind of storyline. And kind of circling back to, like, something that you had started talking about, and I think we tangented, of, like, people, I think I'm gonna put out there a lot of women specifically who are like, no, that's their fight for, like, in terms of, like, men. I mean, feminism is supposed to be, like, about all of us, right? And that's, like, the stance that, like, we try to take as, like,
that's a
this
really good
affects
point.
men, this affects women. Like, it's not an us versus them gender wise,
Right?
Like, that kind of thing. It's not like I'm trying to take over the world because God forbid, like, I don't know. That would
We're
be a
just
mess.
trying
But
to make it better for everyone
like,
involved.
so we as women are expecting men to care about us and do things that are beneficial for us. So that's only fair and a quid pro quo equality. We are also fighting to make sure that not only do women stop getting molested, but also men stop getting everyone in general.
That
but,
is a really good point. Like,
we want things to be balanced. We also have to be prepared to balance.
Tangent. I'm taking a sip. The way that you just said, like, we want men to protect women, like what as a man you're supposed to protect and provide. Okay, well, as a woman also, or just as a human,
right?
Like we're here to protect each other.
Yeah.
Like, we are here to, like, you would hope, yes, we have to protect ourselves first. You got to put your oxygen mask on first. Like,
yes.
10-10, all of that. But also, in order to protect ourselves, we have to protect others. Because if we're not stopping or saying and creating conversations and waves about these things, eventually these things can happen to us, or have happened to us, and we don't want them to happen to others. And so in terms of advocating for humans, it is super important to advocate for one another, even though, like, you might not necessarily be in that demographic box, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Even if that's not your group, like, you should still, like,
it is your
our
group because
general
you're a
group is
human.
humanity.
Yeah.
I think that's as we're seeing so many things happen in the current political
That's the Chablis
space.
talking.
Like, I don't know.
Okay,
My
that
attention system.
clearly it's time to push replay and dive into some more comments. Ooh. Okay, so we did.
Okay, so
great.
So I guess
Are we caught up?
Let's replay.
Okay, whoa.
With Diesels. Okay, what do you think about exes keeping sex tapes?
I mean,
So I definitely have consent from one previous partner of, like, holding on to videos, because he explicitly was like, yes, I would love for you to show our videos to other people, and I was like, tight.
God, that's great.
Yeah,
that is great.
Shout out to you, babe. If you watch these, I don't think you do, but love you.
Oh, they will one day. They be like, that's me. Bitch is talking about me.
So yes,
anyway.
I do have that permission for one. The other, I don't, and I have not shown any of our videos, but I probably should check with him that it's okay if I keep them. And also then check in to see if he's showing them to other people. He definitely sent me other things from other chicks, and I was always like, please don't. I don't want to see this. Like, Not that I'm jealous, but also like unless they were down with it, like that's
Right,
weird
like
to me.
you don't know, like do you have their consent to share you guys' videos with me? Because that is important.
And I've not really thought about this before. So I'm glad that I do have permission from one, but like I'm also glad that I don't have a ton of stuff in my phone anymore. Like I need to delete half my iCloud storage because I keep getting those weird notifications from Apple. But also, like a couple of years ago, I deleted lots of pics from my phone, and so like now I'm really glad that I did that. But like, yeah, I've not thought about this. Like,
I'm bursting at the seams. Because
I feel kind of guilty.
Yo, this needs to be a whole ass other episode, maybe a Patreon episode. We're thinking about getting into that. But bitch,
How
have
dare you
heard
put this?
I'm sorry.
No, like I love it. I love that kind of comment though, because yeah, this is something that like I'm sure most women are like very aware of. Like, yeah, delete my nudes, but like I've never thought about
Dick pics, like, or
out of.
I think I've definitely.
I'm not very chivalrous, I guess.
I have saved a few pictures and videos in my day, but have only shared them with like a select, like 2 people. But I have stepped into and discovered, like I knew before, but I didn't know, like that's a whole ass motherfucking kink in terms of like recording and.
Oh, I mean
like,
recording, yeah, but
yeah, and,
sharing.
yes.
Oh,
and like,
I don't
like,
share them with other people. Except one time, as an example, I was like, "Here, please watch this to like understand this thing." But
bitch, you gave the tutorial off of
because I couldn't see what was happening to me at the time. I could only feel it. So I was like, "Please watch this to understand how to make that feeling come back." I feel like
I can't breathe.
But I like don't normally. I like
you gave a sex tutorial based off of a. I
previous
fucking
video.
love you.
Okay, is that wrong?
It's not wrong. I've just never, like, I
wish that I could say that I had thought it out that way, but I didn't. It was kind of just like oh, okay, here, sure, let's try something. It was not as well thought out as it sounds like it was.
Like, I am dumbfounded. That's fucking smooth and slick. Watch this, please. This motherfucker made me feel this way. I need you to do thing just like this. Like, that is cheers to fucking you. Like, and now I need to know, how did they feel about that? Okay.
They did what they needed to do.
Yes! Because I feel
and
like
it was not like a relationship person that I should. It was like someone
casual,
that I was like,
got it. This is
yeah. So
I'm here for this.
I definitely do not take their feelings into consideration. And
got
so
it.
That's where it was like, yeah, it was not well thought out.
No, that's fucking great. I'm stepping into some things where I'm just like, that's so fascinating, and I very much so want to talk about this more in terms of like, I've encountered an individual who like shares fucking content, like, and has a select group of people who like just exchange things and watch and get off on that.
I mean,
and,
I think that would be kind of cool though.
right?
Yeah.
I fucking get it. I didn't get it at first, and then I was like, oh, let me be in that fucking rotation. Like, oh my god.
I think there are certain actors and actresses that I have found that I like the things that they
Yes.
So
yes.
I don't always love what they're doing, but I'm like, yes, I like.
I would like to see.
Yeah,
like
what you're putting
are
out
you
there.
About? And it's like it's private, so it's in your brain. You think, oh, like homemade porn or blah blah blah, and it's like same, but no.
But, yeah.
But and it almost feels exclusive and secret and safe, and like these are our people, and this is what we're doing, or this is who got. I was just like, what? Yo, that is going to be a button that is coming up soon. So stay tuned. We are going to be doing a sex work part 2 because your bitch learned some things and experienced some things that fucking blew my mind. Anywho, that's all I have to say about that.
Also, I would like to go back. I watched last week's episode, and it sounds like I'm comparing sex work to cleaning, and that is not the point that I was trying to make. So I just would like to go on the record for saying that I am not trying to compare sex work to cleaning. The point that I was trying to make was like, it is a regular ass fucking job. Like, it's regular
also
job.
A job.
So, like, it's like,
job.
if your mom is a house cleaner, some people aren't into that, but like, that is a fine and dandy job to have. If you work in a restaurant, that's just because I'm not gonna do, like, that is a normal fucking job that everyone has probably had on their resume. So, like, sex work is also one of those jobs that's like, yeah. And
it's a job.
Like, you're an accountant. Okay, moving, like, yes.
And it's to be clear, a lot of people don't see it like that, and I understand. I just don't subscribe to that. Like, I get it. I understand your point. I disagree, and we're allowed to do that as human beings with opinions and all that shit. So stay tuned, because I'm like, I can't. It might be our next live. You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna happen.
Wait to Zodiac
No.
compatibility while
No.
dating.
No.
No, but I do love.
Not.
I love. Now that I'm in a relationship with someone, I do love looking at our zodiac things, or like the relationship zodiac things, to either be like, so true, oh my god, or like, wow, this is so fucking wrong.
The annoying part, though, is it's been right majority of the time. I've dated some Geminis, and it was like, that's a terrible fucking idea as a Taurus. I've dated some Sagittariuses, and they worked out better than I thought, but I can't remember the capability. I've dated a Virgo. Yes, absolute fucking perfect match, kind of, sort of. There was a thing that just rotted everything else. Like, I think my closest match has been a Virgo. I would maybe date a Virgo. I would date a Virgo again. But this past Virgo, anyhow.
I'm dating a Taurus. I have a lot of Tauri in my life. I have a lot of Sag, which I also am. I don't know how I have so many Sag friends, but we fucking vibe together, I guess. And my sisters are Aries. I know a couple or more of Aries. Like, that's mostly the signs. Other people, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
So, yeah, but like, I feel like, yeah.
I don't remember what was.
I saw somewhere that.
He was a Gemini. So anyway.
Damn. What was this Gemini?
Is Kryptonite?
No, who that? What month?
June. They got two personalities.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yep.
Like they
she
are.
Does. She does. Yes. Okay. I get Geminis. But yeah, I don't. I love to read the matching horoscopes or like whatever. But
I fuck with it, but I don't really. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I do not base decisions off of them.
That part. So I do think, Mama, I feel like our next live should totes be the part 2. Like I'm ready, but I'm not ready. Like, I'm excited to talk about it, but I'm like, also, it makes me nervous. It makes me uncomfortable. So, you know what? We're gonna do it. You're like, I can't make this decision for you.
I don't know what's happening.
No,
here we are.
The sex work part 2/part 2 of my birthday. Yeah, I'm like, okay. So our next live, y'all, we've already decided. Stay tuned for when that's going to be. It's going to be in 2 weeks. I was like, stay tuned for when it's going to be. It's going to be in 2 weeks.
What day is
that? It's going to be sex work part 2.
Taurus should be dating Scorpio.
We should? Is that a thing? Something? Show me the facts. Is that a match?
The 5th of June.
The 5th of June.
That will be the next live.
The June 5th. I'm going to share and go very detailed about a part of my birthday that was just like, the fuck? A bitch learned some things, changed some thoughts that I had, my perspective shifted, and just was very intriguing. Is all I have to say. Like, it also put the cherry on top of my birthday, on top of the other cherry. Like, it was just like, what is this week? What is this day? Oh,
it was a great celebration of life.
It was. You took the words out of my mouth. I was like, it's a celebration of life, and I am fucking living my best life. Anywho, yes. So we have one more portion to the press replay. We gotta.
We'll do that one next week.
Okay, we're gonna. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, we up in here, aren't we? How, like, what's our timestamp? What we doing? What we doing? Oh, shit. Yo, you are quick with it. Quick with it. I'm Aries. Me and Vasquez would be friends. Okay, got you. What did the ex-kryptonite mean by don't want to honor your body? God damn it! More than you do. Let's call him to elaborate. Bitch. I wonder, no, he would never be on our fucking podcast.
He might.
I mean, I can ask him.
Let's try. We'll try.
I'll try. This motherfucker is so private. He's so private.
We'll try for June 5th.
We can try.
We'll share in our stories if we've got him or not.
But granted, though, he has he's been on some podcasts or he has his own podcast. Anyway, he's doing all of the things right now.
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to have guests when we do these kind of things? Or
let us know.
Slash like topics. That would be
you want to meet some of these code names? I'm gonna try. I will do my best. He's probably gonna be like, "Shall fuck no," because we'll be talking about some personal things. But what did he mean about? He meant exactly what you needed. And I do love. God damn it. I'm gonna keep going. Y'all can hear me over this plane. I talk loud. So Isa's made a great comment about judging. Damn it, Mama, can you pull? Is there any way you can pull up the comment?
What comment?
Okay, on the sex worker video, Jesus has a comment down at the bottom that goes into the way, like the judgment behind the I don't want to honor your body more than you do. And that is very judgmental and says more about him than it actually says about me and my decision in taking away my gold star. Okay, yes. Thank you. I don't want to honor your body more than you do. Question, how was he honoring your body in the past and how will things change in the future if you do sex work? Sounds like he's judging your decision as being the less honorable thing to do than indirectly threatening to take away a gold star next to honoring your body. I'm not gonna lie. My brain exploded. And I was like, damn. Yes, there is some judgment in that, and I like in terms of taking away a gold star. In terms of if I do this, that I'm not. It makes me feel that you feel that I'm less than, even though I know that I'm not less than. So why am I allowing you to cast this judgment on me?
I mean, because you care about you care
Absolutely.
about that. Because, I mean, there are probably people at random across the globe that have seen something and thought judgment.
Right.
Right? About a picture, a clip of anything, of anyone. This is possible, not specifically only
Yes.
you, not specifically me. Like, anyone in general. This is. But it doesn't matter because you don't care about their what they think of you.
Yes.
It's like if a tree falls in a rainforest, hasn't really fallen if no one notices or something. It's a thing. I don't know.
Yes.
It's a direct quote. But like, until you stop caring about what that person thinks of you is my assumption and my experience. You will care for until you're like, you know what? Not my chair, not my problem. Kind
Right.
of thing. But that's how do you? I mean.
Because
You can't put a time frame on how long it takes to get there. You can't guarantee that you will always get there about someone either. Like some people, no matter what, like you will always care about what they think and feel of you.
yes.
Doesn't matter how much time has passed. Like they can't be involved in your life. It's
And to me, it's almost, there's also an element of, I feel we see honor differently. Like the way, because I very much believe the way that he may honor my body is in a very possessive, in a possessive way. Versus my body is mine.
right.
Like, and I honor it and I choose to do what I want to do with it. And whether I make what other people may think is a mistake, whether, like, it doesn't, like, that's my body. And I'm going to do what I want to do with it. And I still feel
Right.
However,
You're making your decisions based on what's going to be good for you, and regardless of what someone else says or thinks.
Yes.
You're happy with the choice that you made, and you're not going to do something that makes you not happy.
Exactly. And he has a perspective of what honor is based on the fact that he has had my body and believes that my body like, also belongs to him. And so there is an aspect of like, this is how you should honor it. Because
Yeah.
I am also like, we have shared in that, and I honor you this way. Therefore, because you are a part of me, you should also honor it that way. I'm like, am I making sense?
I mean, I think I'm following you. Yes. I don't need to.
And no. I understood. And so, we haven't quite, to answer your question, as I'm realizing we're over here like pandering, I'm like, to answer your, I need to ask him. We can ask him. Because I assume, and you know what happens when you assume, he wants you to know that he will, less of you. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He wants me to know that, yes, he is going to think less of me in hopes that it'll steer me away from making this kind of a decision. Because he is aware that he has influence over my life and my decisions, or has in the past. And so if she knows that I honor her, or I let her believe that, no, I do believe he honors me and my body, even though he still has some ulterior motives. 10-10, agree. And so I feel like we just answered that question in terms of what he needs.
I mean, we answer to the best
To our
of
understanding.
Our understanding and assumption for sure.
Exactly.
I mean, it could be.
We can ask him next week. In 2 weeks, y'all.
2 weeks. I mean, that's on like, yeah, I've got 2 weeks to see if you want to.
Yo, can we bet on this? Yo, I can't, like, I really don't think it's gonna motherfucking happen. I mean, I could trick, and that's terrible. I can trick Carl.
All right, what are the odds on this one?
What are the odds? Honestly, it's 50-50. It is a 50-50 split on whether or not, I think at most, he would maybe sit off camera, and it's just
Like
his voice.
Okay.
I would be down for that, to divulge into that kind of conversation and live stream, or even maybe it doesn't have to be live. Maybe it can be, no, it's gonna be live. What am I talking about? That's where we are right now, guys. Change. We're going through some changes at Buttons HQ, and so a lot of our content is going to be live for a while. Bear with us while we figure it out in terms of like.
So make sure you block your calendars.
Yes, it will. Will it always be
Sundays?
Sunday at 1?
Sundays at 1.
Sundays
if
at
it
1.
changes or it's a little earlier, we'll let you know. I guess also if 1 is not the most ideal time, give us some.
Bitch know. Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If evenings.
Well, no, then you can just go rewatch it. Anyway, love you. We really do. But yes, so we'll be going live for a while in terms of episodes and content as we come through some changes and redirect some things and maybe get some equipment. Anyway, that has been an interesting ass tangent all over the place episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
Follow,
share,
all rate, review,
all of the things and suggestions. We love constructive criticisms. Constructive criticism. How can we make things better? What do y'all want to see in terms of like, they're missing it in terms of streaming or putting it up somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, yes, criticism. I should have just left it at that.
Okay, bye.
Bye in like 10 seconds because I have to get up and push the button because that's a thing. We don't have a cameraman anymore. We got camera women. Okay. And damn. Yep.